Do you believe that you have the ability to impact your community?
Yes, I do.
Certainly I do, yeah.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Yes, I do believe that I have the ability to impact my community.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Ooh, I definitely believe that I have the ability to impact my community.
Yeah, I believe I have that ability.
Yes, of course.
What would you consider to be charity?
Charity can be anything from making monetary donations to giving your time and your talent.
I consider helping others in any possible way that they need help.
Like charity is something that you do out of the goodness of your heart.
It doesn't necessarily matter of your economic status, just those who are in need of some help, being able to help them.
And just, I think it ties into impact.
Do you believe that you as an individual are a negative or a positive impact on your community, and why?
I believe I'm a positive impact. I had a former life where I was involved in crime and I was a negative impact on my community. But I rededicated my life and just got committed to my higher power, who is God, right? And in doing that gave me the ability to have a more positive impact.
I tend to be a positive impact and with providing direction, with always reminding people of our mission and what we're doing, the value of education is.
I really just try to be kind to others and try to treat others the same way I'd like to be treated. So I think that's my way of being a positive impact.
A lot of wisdom to be so young. You know, I've been out in these streets for 40-some years. I've seen almost everything. You know, I've done some of almost everything. You know, good and bad. You know, I could help my community out or anybody else's community out. You know, that I know that needs help, and I know I'll be able to help them. You know, but I ain't trying to hurt nobody. None of that.
I believe that I have a positive impact on my community, and it's really through our Catch the Stars Foundation. I think being able to impact youth at an early age, and those are our future. And so really being able to kind of put those little nuggets in them while they're young, it impacts them younger, and then of course, hopefully, as they get older, they'll continue to make an impact, and so it just magnifies.
What have you done that impacts the world around you?
I mean, I haven't set like goals to say, hey, I'm going to change the world around me, but I think a result of who I am and what I've accomplished, I've changed, things around me.
So we actually will go every year and sponsor a trip down to New Orleans to do volunteer work helping to rebuild the lower Ninth Ward of New Orleans. So not only am I concerned and engaged in my own community, but I try to take that to other communities as well.
I like to give random compliments.
I try to impact the world as positive as I can by helping others avoid mistakes that I've made in the past. Being a first generation college student, being a first generation American, I saw a lot of things for the first time, and I really didn't have anybody to walk me through it or tell me you should definitely find yourself a mentor, or you have to do networking, or you have to do this. And so seeing everything for the first time and learning about it on my own has given me the desire to help others avoid some of those pitfalls that slowed me down.
Talk to men about getting their lives changed, about making the right decisions. I make bad decisions, and I use my life and my past life to help guys realize that there is a way out of every bad situation. I just try to, let me say it, stop trying to try. I just be nice to everybody. If I see them doing wrong or going down the wrong path, I'm gonna speak up on them. It might hurt their feelings, something like that, but they know I mean the best for them. I get somebody that's just starting out, and I tell them how I was, and don't be like how I was. Try to be like I am now.
but being able to provide a space that is safe, an environment that's safe. So my faith is a big part of who I am. So really being able to use my faith as not necessarily pushing what I believe on anybody, but more of just kind of the way I live my life and being positive and being happy and being and wanting to help others. I tend to focus more on youth because when I was growing up I got bullied a lot, and I wear hearing aids in both my ears, and so I used to get made fun of for the way that I talked, for the way that I looked, the hearing aid that I had to wear. And I just remember as a little girl like just praying that I could just fit in and be normal and be like everybody else, and whatever that meant. And so as I've gotten older, and really not until my freshman year in college did I start kind of accepting who I was and getting back into wearing my hearing aids and just being happy with who I was. And so I think for me now, there's a lot of kids and they go through way more things than we did. And so, really just being able to say, hey, look, I'm different, but, like, I feel like I have a superpower with having my hearing aids and just being different in that case. But I feel like God made me this way for a certain reason, and now it's up to me to really use my platform to reach back to those kids.
Well, what do you hope comes from your current contributions?
You're living a life that's a positive model and makes for a better world, one that is more open to education, one that is more knowledge-based when it comes to decision-making, one that is respectful of differences across society, one that is less bound by hateful dialogue.
Better community, better future for my kids, my loved ones. To me, community is not just people around me, but it's really stretches to, in my situation, to people that I love and care for overseas.
I hope that there's world change in different areas. I hope that the world sees the homeless in a different way. Understanding and not knowing that you don't have to be without money or anything like that to be homeless. Anything can land you in a homeless shelter.
I had coaches and teachers and teammates and parents that helped me get to where I am today. And so hopefully I'm one of those for one of these older kids.
How can you further your impact? So what more can you do?
Get more people involved.
I would tell them to give them toys or monies if they're on the street, and clothes.
I feel like I could do my community better if I devote some of my time, to volunteering, getting involved with topics that don't necessarily affect my businesses.
Self-preservation is the first law of nature, my father used to always say. So, I have to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. So in doing that, then I can continue to try and help others as well. I can't write a check for $1,000, or I can't, there's not a whole lot that I can do. But I think that a lot of times it's the smaller things that we do, that can have an impact. And there are ways that we can help others and touch others, in just little small ways. To always try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud, and that you never know, by just a little smile, by saying hello, by just a gesture of kindness or politeness might be the rainbow in that person's cloud, because you never know what type of day that person might be having.
What impact do you wish that you can make?
What impact I wish I could make?
I would want to free Palestine. Educating others, me educating others about the conflict and who we are and how the conflict started and what exactly is going on, helps me impact Palestinians, and also in donating money or whatever it may be, advocating for their rights, human rights, all in all.
If I were to make a bigger impact, it would be probably in the area of more open and honest communication across people that have differences of opinions and understandings.
I wish I could erase poverty. I really wish I could give everybody a job. I wish I could make sure that everybody financially is okay. I grew up poor. and I feel like economics and financial your financial situation can make a big difference in impacting, you know, like others and the community around you. And I feel like I mean, unfortunately, it may not sound very good, you know, to say that money is important, but it is. And I feel like if you're financially stable, then I think a lot of positive could happen from that. It's not the only thing, but it's important.
I guess my biggest impact is for world unity, love, peace, happiness, where everybody just kind of gets along with each other. We're not looking at each other in different ways, but we're looking at each other in a positive way. Understanding that everybody has a part to play in society. Everybody has a part to play in this world, and just understanding that, you know, with that love and that compassion for each other, we can all play our part, and it'd be a better place to live in.
Have you seen a change in yourself due to the people that you are surrounded by, and how?
Sure, you always do. I mean,
I feel like kind of my friends and family motivate me and support me, which makes me a better person. So I do believe that the people around me can change me.
You certainly find yourself improving as you're exposed to different ideas and different beliefs.
When someone's bragging, or like maybe I'll brag because they do.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I've changed because of people around me. I feel like I'm strong enough. It's really hard to change me. I'm resistant.
Sometimes, you know, we can be impacted by the people that we, you know, are around as well. And so, you know, I don't like to be around a lot of negativity.
I see things differently. I make better decisions based off of what could happen as opposed to what's happening now. If I put this guy out in the street, being a homeless shelter, if I put him in the street, is what he did worth him losing his life? Because once I put him out in the street, he's gonna have to fight for his life.
You could live your life all over again. What would you do differently?
Nothing. I really think about this a lot, and I don't regret much, and I don't really wish for more or less. Different. Not that I have a perfect life, or not that everything is so awesome, but I just accept who I am and where I've came from and how things went, and I'm happy with everything.
I'll accept Jesus Christ, my personal Lord and Savior, on day one.
To believe in God first. See, that's what I should have done, but I went the other way. I was kicking it with the devil, I ain't gonna lie.
I would tell people, if you have goals and dreams that you really, really want, you can make those things happen. You just have to find them. You have to be tenacious, and you have to be courageous and confident, and you find ways to accomplish your goals.
Be true to yourself and do what you want to do, and don't let anyone bring you down.
Understand what your own values are, and don't let your values get compromised by insecurity or some feeling that if you speak your mind, somebody's going to be offended. Now, when you do speak your mind, to even make it even more effective, do so in a respectful, positive way, and be well prepared and educated about whatever your position would be.
So just last thing, is there anything that you would like us to have in this video, anything that you want to say that we didn't specifically ask you about?
Jesus loves you.
You know, I was in the room of recovery. I'm still in the room of recovery. You know, was a dope addict, a alcoholic. You know, I sold dope till I became my own customer. You know, I had to change all that. You know, if I wanted to live, I had to change my whole, the way I thought, the way I lived. And I used to, part of my prayer was to, God bless me for life. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, financially, and with a good Christian woman. You know what I'm saying? I got him and I got her. You know, so I'm rich. You know, I'm good. You know, I got $2 to my name. I'm still rich.
And to be an African American woman entrepreneur, this is a big deal.
I am a 14-year cancer survivor, And when I was diagnosed with cancer 14 years ago and I was about to go through my treatment, I remember praying and asking God that if He would to help me come through this crisis, that I would find something to laugh and smile about every day.
The thing that inspired me to really start our foundation, our father, Harvey Ketchings, he played in the NBA. And so I remember as a little girl just kind of going with him. And my brother, my sister, and I, we would kind of, my mom and dad would pack us in the car, and we would give out turkeys for Thanksgiving. At Christmas time, we would give out toys and all kinds of things, and just being able to spend time with people that weren't as fortunate as us. And so one of the things for me as I got older and realized that, man, I can make a difference in the world too.
The world is so much bigger than it seems sometimes, and there's so much more out there to see and to learn and to do, and there's different people from different backgrounds that have different beliefs from your own, and it's very just exhilarating to know that there's so much more that you can always learn. I probably would have gone to prom.